What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the third topic of the week here on UFS University's Study Hall for the unenrolled. What study hall is for the unenrolled? For all of you who are unenrolled, we sit down and we discuss your UFS topics as well as some of our own and amusement, entertainment, and knowledge. So what I want to talk about is Jason, the main man Horonsky, messaged me earlier today and was like, hey, Cutie Pie, how would you feel if we did turbo mulligans in standard? How would you feel if you just got to turbo mulligan your hand away? For all my uninitiated who don't know what that means, if you go first, you could take your whole hand, you shove it to the bottom of your deck and draw, and then shuffle your deck. And then for whoever is going second, they get to select cards that they want, put them at the bottom, draw, and then shuffle their deck. So you get to hand fix a little bit. So I draw 4 attacks in a foundation in my 5-hand size character. I go, man, I needed these to be 5 attacks. I'm gonna get rid of this whole hand and know that I've got 4 attacks still left in my deck. Yeah. Do you think that would fix standards issue of consistency? Right now, it feels like going first is just always the best option. And I know our last topic is the Discord fix, and we'll talk about that in a bit. But I want to really talk about pros and cons of the Turbo Mulligan in Standard. Do you think it fixes stuff?
I'd say so, yeah. Like, I guess I don't think it gives too much power to the person going second, which is what I would be worried about.
Huh. You'd be worried about being too good. It's about time that player 2 got some privilege, you know?
Right. Like, not that it'd be too good. So like, all right, let me try to.
Do you want to collect your thoughts and try to talk?
I can get it.
You got it.
So like, the advantage of going first isn't, I don't think, so spectacular that it needs to be changed.
Okay.
I guess. And I don't think player 2 being able to selectively choose, I guess, to keep the foundations in their hands, which is what they would do, necessarily breaks the game. It just means that they guarantee had an okay hand that they wouldn't mulligan.
Okay. All right. Travis?
Okay. So
into the mic.
I disagree with Tyler's point, and here's why. So I think that going first in this game is such an importance right now because you not only get to build first,
you dumb bitch.
Your opponent has to build. Like, let's say your opponent's playing a 6-hander, they build 4 cards.
You stupid idiot.
They build 4 cards. And now they're sitting on 2 cards in their hand with 4 ready foundations. Let's say you also built 4. You're going into your turn. Let's say you're a 6-hander as well. You have 6 new cards, probably some orange in there, 4 ready foundations. You can go in on them when you have card advantage.
You jagaloon. You big dummy head.
That's how we get a lot of these turn 2 kill situations is because, well, I had to build, and because I build, I die.
Sorry, I ruined your point with my tomfoolery.
Well, like, so does being able to select what you have in your hand change that at all, though?
No, but in our next topic, which we will discuss.
Nope.
We will discuss it in our next topic because the next topic I think does.
So watch tomorrow's video.
Yes.
Yeah, skip this one. Just turn it off now. Yeah. So here's where I disagree with you because I think actually turbo mulligans truly do matter because right now going second is a curse. If you go second, your chances of losing significantly rise, and here's why. And I explained this to here's
I don't know who I'm arguing for.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think, Trav, I'm going to be on Tyler's side this time, you dumb idiot. I think that the Turbo Mulligan is a completely acceptable fix because I'm going to talk in some fairly technical terms, so keep up with me. I'm only going to say this once.
Okay. Can your little brain handle it?
Your player 1, turn 0.
Okay.
Turn 0 is the build turn.
Okay.
There is no interactivity interact with my opponent on turn 0.
Okay.
There are 2 cards in the game
Okay.
that can do that.
Yeah.
Now it's my turn 0, and I still don't get to interact with you. There's nothing interactable in the game. Asterisks. With me?
Mm-hmm.
Your turn 1, not only did you build, let's say we both had optimal builds. You had build 4, I had build 4. You draw your 4 new cards, 5 new cards if you reviewed. Well, now you have 11 cards to play the game, and I still only have 4. My card text in my hand doesn't matter. So if I got to mulligan away and attempt to draw better cards in my deck that I know can interact, these 4 cards are going to interact better on my opponent's turn 1. Not turn 0 build, turn 0 build. Turn 1 is the first turn of true interaction, unless your opponent is playing a slower deck, in which case I should know and understand that, and these 4 cards that I play should help my interaction on my turn 1. And so this mulligan is going to let me fish for some cards that I feel are going to be effective on. Oh man, I drew nothing but gas. I'm going to keep this because I know you're not attacking me on turn 2. I'm going to attack you on my turn 2. I know I am. The only time that going second really matters. Going second is constantly a defensive game because you are at a disadvantage until one of you has a turn, or until player 1 has a turn where they don't play foundations. As soon as player 1 stops playing foundations for a turn, now the game's even. They will always have that extra build.
Right.
And that mulligan means that the card text on your cards, and card text beats everything. If card text didn't matter, we would all just be playing the game war. We'd all have 52 cards, and we'd split the deck, and my jacks beat your 4s. That's all card games are. But my 2s draw me extra cards, and so my 2s are better than your jacks. And that's card games. If I can make sure I can have a better chance to rip into this hand that I want to defend myself going first, the better. Here's my issue with turbo mulligans, though. I love the fact, and there's a small asterisk here, but just because of mechanics that we've come out with, but I love the past tense, the mechanic of when your card was gone, it was gone.
That's also what I'm thinking about.
When you banished your first hand and you lost 4 attacks in a deck that does not interact with your remove from game pile, fuck. That mattered. And it was a real choice. Man, I'm going to have to change up my entire strategy in order to do this. Turbo Mulligan says, hey man, I drew dead this first hand. Whoop! I get to put it back in. Now I'm guaranteed my build's going to be good. Asterisks. I'm guaranteed. This is benefiting turn 1 just as much as it's benefiting turn 2. And so is this an actual fix?
Is the answer to that then it's remove, not put them back in the deck?
Well, then at that point, is the remove too much of a cost? Is turn 2 now too good? I understand I made the shitty joke of turn 2 gets some privilege, but like, is turn 2 now whenever we're rolling dice, I want to go second. Is that the thing that happens right now? Because it's we roll dice. Whoever rolled higher, we don't have to say it. You're going first. That's just how it works because of said card text. Yeah. With characters like Kin, Asimov, and Katarina, any deck that plays Textsphere, being able to remove that hand is a small part of it. Putting the hand on bottom sucks. Like, it's not good. I ripped 3 red eye capsules in Asimov and Katarina. I'm pitching my hand. It doesn't matter if the other 6 cards were gray. I'm getting rid of it. Like 3 red eye capsules right away is nuts.
Yeah. I agree.
And so the main point that I want to make, the main point that I want to bring up is I think the turn 2 mulligan matters. My issue is I don't think turbo mulligans for player 1 are that good. I don't think that's good.
So then I guess then it would be player 1 gets regular turbo mulligan, where they just get to say, oh, I don't like these cards, I'm going to put them back in my deck and draw again. And then player 2 gets, well, I'll remove these 3 attacks, but then I get to draw 3 more cards that'll help me, hopefully benefit me more.
Let's go crazy. Let's go the craziest we could possibly be. You ready? We're going to change the whole thing. Player 1 gets our standard mulligan rule, where if you do not like your hand, you may remove it from the game and draw a new hand. And they get a review step turn 1. As a 7-hander, you get 15 cards as your opening hand. That's how deep you get to dig into your deck if you want. Player 2 gets our standard turbo mulligan. And after the Turbo Mulligan, they can do the same thing. How does that sound? They can dig also that many cards, right?
13, 14.
As a seven-hander?
Oh, it's 7-handed.
As a seven-hander. We're both seven-handers.
Okay.
Well, it's the same. You're
yeah,
digging the same
it's-
amount either
yeah.
way.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
Just one you
But
get to keep
I
the
get
cards,
to
the
keep
other
the
ones
cards that I wanted, and then as a last-ditch effort, I pitch them all and then draw new ones, and then still get to review.
Yeah. I think that sounds good. For sure.
Is this back to though giving player 2 too much power?
So currently player 1 is winning. What I'm saying is if we take and combine both of these, they both have the option to RFG. They both have the option to, or one of them has the option because going first is so critical.
Mm-hmm.
You still get that mulligan option of, and it's a cost, unless like, oh man, I'm playing Ken 2 and I ripped 4 different attacks. It's gone. I'm gonna draw 2 every for the rest of my game. But it's still a real cost. And then player 2 now just has a bit of a safety net in order to try and mulligan their hand. It's just a bit of a safety net. It's more so player 2 should be attempting for consistency as opposed to player 1 being, I'm being the aggressor. I have to build well, and the luck of the draw is what got me there. As opposed to player 2 being, the consistency is what's going to keep me alive because I do not get to be the aggressive player. As in chess, if both are played by a computer and both is the best that they could possibly be, black can't win. Black can only tie. White goes first, so white can win. Black can only tie. This is trying to mitigate that tie from happening.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
How you like my idea?
I think it's pretty good.
Hyper Mulligans is what we're going to name it. That's trademarked by Tamara Dallas Carter of UFS University.
Mm-hmm.
Hyper Mulligans.
We'll see you in court, Jessica. We
Yeah.
already know you took it.
Absolutely. We'll know. This has been archived, my dude.
Yeah. I think that's fine.
Yeah?
Yes, I agree.
I fixed it. I fixed the whole game.
Good job, Tam.
So here's the shout out that I'm going to do. So Jason, whenever I asked him, do you want us to playtest Turbo Mulligans in Standard? And he went, yes, absolutely. But only in mirror matches to see if the advantage matters. So, shout outs to all the good people. I would absolutely love to conduct a survey. Do some mirror matches at your locals. I want everybody. Hey, tonight locals, we're all going to play Reptile and hate each other. But we're all going to work on this Turbo Mulligan rules in our 60 card standard decks. And then send me the results so that I can give Jason some sort of feedback.
That'd be very nice.
I'm gonna say I want all the results in by the end of what's today? Is this the 16th? This video is not gonna be public for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So the end of
Time to
February?
record, yeah.
I think the end of February is totally fair.
Sure.
At the end of February,
If they don't already decide by then.
give me results. Even if not, even if they do decide, I mean they can certainly change their mind. They're Jasco, they own the company.
Right.
Give me the results by the end of February. If you finish it sooner, that's fine. And it doesn't have to be crazy. You don't have to be like, hey, I tested every single character in standard. No. Give me a couple games. Be fun. Give me a small write up on what you think happened. And if I get nothing, that's fine too. You do your lives. Anything
We're
you
gonna
want
be doing it, so you don't necessarily have to, but
I want you to. Bigger sample size.
it'd be a lot of fun.
Yep. Or it won't be. And we'll know that
Might make you better at the game.
player 1 will always win always.
You know what? Pick your
Always.
deck. Pick whatever deck you're playing and get a friend, and then have them mirror you, and then learn what is good against your deck and what isn't. Just
Ooh.
playing mirror matches is good anyways.
With Turbo Mulligans.
Yeah, but do the Turbo Mulligan thing for us.
Yeah, please.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
please.
We love you.
So with that, any last minute thoughts on Turbo Mulligans? No?
I'm excited if it gets implemented. That sounds fun.
You're excited if it gets implemented. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
Perfect. I didn't catch what she said. So with that, we're going to go ahead and move on to topic 4 of the week.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this week's episode of Study Hall. If you like this video a lot, go ahead and you can click on this one over here to see last week's video of Study Hall. This one over here is going to be a playlist of our past study halls that we've been doing, or any of our other past content. We're going to have another square, I think right over here. Tam's going to put it right there for me. If you're new to UFS and you don't know what we talked about this week, feel free to check that out if you're new and you want to get to know the game a little bit better. And if you want to support us, we brought it up before, go ahead and click on our Patreon. That link's going to be right over here next to me. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll hopefully see you next week.